Hey guys, Chrissy here. Christopher James, the host of the Not Even a Show and now of the Nothing More Show. You've probably heard about all of the nonsense happening with the NEAS Corporation, lots of infighting. And when I say fighting, I mean physical fighting, fist fights in the hallways, human feces strewn throughout the office, people pissing in garbage cans. It's an absolute friggin' nightmare at the moment. But one thing that's not a nightmare is this excellent bonus episode we have for you as we call our friends Matt Connarton and also The Challenge, which is a religious program. First though, we've got some more JJ for you as he gets a beautiful prank call from our friend Mr. Work Whitman. Check it out.
Rocking better shirts than you, loving the JJ crew.
Now, did we lose Johnny or did we lose Mr. Brutally Honest?
I'm still here.
Okay.
I'm here.
Okay. Well, it looks like we got another caller on the line. We'll say hello to them.
Hello, caller. You're on the JJ Mccartney Show. Go ahead.
Hi, this is Dale calling from Chicago. I wanted to talk about, you were talking about the Democratic race a little earlier on.
Uh-huh.
So I was hoping to talk about the new poll that came out, the media poll that shows that Joe Biden is leading Donald Trump in the popularity poll.
Yeah, you know what we call that in the.
I know it's ridiculous. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, what we call that is we call that
bullshit.
And it is. I mean, if you weight your poll towards Democrats, then the results are going to show. And Joe Biden.
I know. I was.
Joe Biden stands.
I was just going to say it's obviously nonsense.
Yeah. I think Joe Biden has as much chance to be president as I don't know.
No ball in hell.
Yeah, well, no, I was
no ball in hell.
I was going to say as a pooper scooper in San Francisco. I mean, he everything, every idea, every expression, every word out of this man's mouth is foolishness. And when you look at Joe Biden, in spite of his ample years in Washington, I don't see any kind of achievement.
But also, I understand what you're saying, JJ. He's kind of sort of mediocre. Just, mediocre.
Absolutely. And you know what? That's why you got to be careful with the polls. The only polls I care about are polo shirts.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. Well, here we are. Here in the final half hour of the show today.
We called Matt Connarton to tell him about our call to John Hopwood, and you wouldn't believe what happened. He's got another old freaking weird guy on the program, and that guy decides he's gonna try to go toe-to-toe with us as well, and it's a big mistake, and now we've got a new friggin' enemy. Check it out.
I don't think virtual John Hopwood cares much for virtual John Hopwood.
On Hopwood to be inappropriate and hurtful.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Wow. What a stunning life you must have. What a stunning worldview.
Oh, somebody else is calling virtual John Hopwood. Thank you for the call. Wow, that was pretty wild, huh? We have another call, I think. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Hey, it's virtual. John Hopwood.
Wow, you're like a virtual John Hopwood 10 times removed. I lost count.
Now, Who's that other guy in the studio with you, Matty C?
That is the Honorable Gary S. Hopper. He is a New Hampshire state representative, and he has harmed his finger, probably due to...
I think so.
Yes.
So I called John Hopwood on his television program.
Yes.
You know, because I figured I'll ask him when he's coming back on Connarton, because I want, I like him when he comes on the show. No offense to this guy, the finger guy, whatever the hell you said his name was.
The finger guy, yes.
But yeah, the finger guy, we'll call him.
Yes.
But I call Hopwood. I say, hey Hopwood, how are you? Do you remember me? And he freaking hung up on me.
Aw. Yeah.
I heard that. I heard about that.
And a side note, have you watched that program before? What kind of cameras are they using for that? I mean, I thought it was like it literally looks like it's from the 1970s.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know how to.
Well, I would love to talk to him. I would love to bury the hatchet with him.
Wow.
And,
yes.
That's not good. That's violent.
Burying the hatchet? Why? I think he's using it as a figure of speech.
No one's talking to you, finger guy.
Finger
guy. Mr. Hey, oh, wait, that's my middle one, too.
Oh, my goodness.
Want to see it? So...
Oh, you have made a powerful enemy today, sir, and I will bid you farewell. Good day.
Oh, no. All right. Wow.
Finally.
Some people don't take well to being threatened with a bandaged middle finger.
I know. Apparently, that was a bridge too far.
Apparently.
Porno Pat loved porno and loved jacking off to porno, and most of his life was spent jacking off to porno, but now he's religious, and he loves calling those religious programs and telling them about his old life. Well, this week he gets a beauty call to the challenge, and they think something's up, but they are not sure, and he does get his job done. Check it out.
A group of teenagers out in Omaha who are deciding we don't want to be confirmed. We're going to take a stand because the United Methodist Church has voted at this point that they are not going to allow homosexuals in the clergy, and they're not going to allow for homosexual marriage or same-sex marriage to happen within the church too. Patrick, thank you so much for calling in. You have some thoughts on this today, friend?
Oh, hello. Thank you for taking my call. Yeah, I do, definitely. How are y'all today?
Good.
I don't want to talk from personal experience because, for one, I'm not going to talk about how I feel personally about it. I'm curious how you guys feel, though, about the stance of the Methodist Church to say no gay marriage. Do you guys agree with that or disagree, just as a starting off point?
Well, since that's not the topic point, I'd be curious to know what your thought is about the teenagers.
Okay, well, yeah, my thought is, when you're a teenager, you're not a fully formed brain at that point. I just think about myself personally when I was a teenager. In a lot of ways, I hadn't even really found Jesus. I didn't live my life in such a good way, and I think about some of the stuff I was into. I was, online constantly, looking up all kinds of different. I was really into smut and pornography and things like that, and things that now I see as a grown up that's not necessarily. And I was into all of it. I was into Latina POV and glory.
So if you could, then, so what's your thought about should we or shouldn't we respond to the notions of the teenagers? What are your thoughts? We should or we shouldn't?
Like my favorite was like the group stuff,
Sorry we lost your call there, Patrick. We appreciate you calling in there, but if we could have somebody else, 5152, if you have thoughts, 727-5842 on the notion of this.
Oh, sorry, I had something in my teeth. Anyways, things are hectic around here, hellish even. Life is basically unmanageable being an employee of the NEAS Corporation at the moment. And I do want to shout out to my friend Pinky and say, Pinky, please come home. I know we've had our issues. I tried to send you out to sea on a raft and kill you, but I don't want to see you die. I don't want to see you dead or missing at the hands of someone else. If you're going to die, I want to be the one who kills you. All right, thanks, guys. Have a good weekend.
Lock gang, lock gang, lock gang, lock gang, lock gang, lock gang, lock gang.